Yeah, baby. All right. We're back. We're back in action. We're going to wait and see who pops on here. See if we get some people on. It has been a minute. Let's make sure we're public. Where's everybody at? Did they get tricky again? Did they get tricky again? Oh, no, we got five. We got five. All right, everybody, let's see some people in the comments. Who's with us? You know it's been a minute. Good gosh. They have had me in Facebook jail. So let's see. There we go. We got Dave on. We got Stace. Christopher, he's out East Coast. Yeah, baby. Katie. Rich. Another Richard. Yeah, I know all my peeps. Where everybody been? Hey, doll. Missing the page. My little daughter's always got to run around for her dad and get stuff done for me. Let's see who's doing it. Okay. Here we go. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. We got Dan. We got Trina. Okay. Mark Woodward. Heather Allison. You're just asking me about I was in D.C. I see it. Here we go. Let's keep it coming, everybody. Wait a few seconds here, see what we can get on, because we got a lot to talk about, man. I'm telling you, I have been in some... It has just been a very interesting time, is all I'm going to say. And I know many of you know. First thing I want to start out with is that there are two sides to every story. We all know that, right? There are two sides to every story. And you're going to hear my side. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was in Washington, D.C. And let me tell you something else for those of you out there trying to think you're going to, I don't know, make me submit. I'm a dude that's fought 7 rounds with a broken rib and a broken nose. I don't quit. I don't give up. I ain't going to succumb to any of your pressure, any of your nonsense. So if anybody thinks I'm coming on here for some little apology speech, you best just get off right now. I 100% support Donald Trump and I'm proud to have been part of what he did. I think he's going to end up being one of the most amazing and remembered presidents of our lifetime. I'm unapologetic of that. So let's get that first. I stand behind Donald Trump. I stand behind his administration, what was done. They put America first. There's a lot of good that came. And if you think you're going to silence me and scare me and give me bad reviews and call my office and harass me, oh man, you better look me up, Google me, look at The Fighter, and let me just tell you this right now. Not even a little bit. You don't even have me a little bit worried. I think you're all a bunch of jokers, and I think you're weak, and I think you're cowards. All right? That's what I think. So now that we got that out of the way, and the funny thing is, I think the hypocrisy to all of it is, I was out in D.C. for the inauguration of President Donald J. Trump, and I remember not even being able to walk to certain locations because they were burning vehicles and torching Washington, D.C., police cars, limousines. Everybody remembers this. They had people running. Remember the resistance? We have 4 years of a resistance. And I was just in Washington, D.C., and just to get everything straight, because there's going to be a couple of you get some lawsuits this week dropped on your face. Oh, just pow, right across the face, because it's called defamation. I was not out at President Trump's speech. I was in Washington, D.C., but I was invited to speak on a medical panel of freedom in medicine. And it was the same thing I discussed out in Florida, a medical tyranny panel, but this was freedom in medicine, medical freedom. I was very proud of that. As many of you know, I have been leading the charge to open our schools, to get our kids back in sports, to make certain medications available, to have no business closures. And I stand behind all that still. I'm still the same guy. I went out to D.C. To be a part of the process. And, it's kind of funny because you got all these other politicians. And if you remember the 4 years of complete insanity, and maybe the 7 months where they were, do you guys remember this? Do anybody remember the CNN news when they were showing the Burnings building behind them and they said it's mostly a peaceful protest? Yeah, I didn't see one cop car burn. I didn't see I personally didn't see anything that went on. Let me get that out there real quick for some of y'all that want to jump and try and accuse me of something. First of all, I don't think it was an insurrection. Otherwise, you'd have to label what happened here in downtown Reno an insurrection. I didn't see any of that. What I did see is that I was on a totally different stage. So the president was way down here, almost a mile away, and I was on a different stage, all set up, ready to speak. And then when he said, "Let your voices be heard. Go up to the Capitol," and everyone went up there, cheering USA, USA. They were saying, "Stop the steal." And then it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. People were on the Capitol steps, and again, when you look at the Capitol, the front's the back, the back's the front, and it was beautiful, man. There was no one there. We didn't have to get in any. We just walked right up. When I went up there, now remember, I was down on a different stage, getting ready to speak. Heard everyone coming up there, and I heard them by the songs they were singing and the USA chant. Went up there, got to see what was going on. Went up on the steps. There were people singing the national anthem, singing the chant USA. One of the coolest things was there was this little purple-haired lady, purple blue hair, with a boombox on her shoulder, playing Twisted Sisters. "We Ain't Gonna Take It Anymore." I thought that was amazing. Alex Jones, who everyone calls a controversial right-winger, he actually was up on the steps yelling in his megaphone for everybody to stay peaceful. "Don't let them brand us this way. Stay peaceful." I remember thinking, I walked over, shook law enforcement's hand like I always do, thanked them. I didn't see one officer pushed or touched. I actually saw a group of people helping them get down the steps. I didn't see one. There were 30 vehicles out in front of the Capitol. I didn't see a mirror broken. I didn't see a window broken. Not like what we saw across our major cities all summer long for 7 months. Like police precincts burning, our city hall on fire, okay, businesses torched. I didn't see one business burned or destroyed. I didn't see one cop car burned or destroyed. I didn't get to see anything broken. Now again, first of all, I want to also say that I do not condone any violence. I don't think that anybody that did anything, I don't care if you pushed past, people, to get inside that Capitol, you shouldn't have done that. It was in session. There was no need to be in there. We were, go up, make your voices heard, just like they encourage us. Remember when AOC and then, CNN Chris Cuomo, I never remember people saying that protests were supposed to be quiet and supposed to be, whatever. Are you kidding me? These idiots went out for 7 months and absolutely condoned pure insanity in our streets. Pure insanity. Okay, they condoned it. They egged it on. You had Maxine Waters saying, you find anybody in that administration, you confront them, you shout them down. So again, we can agree to disagree, and you're entitled to your opinions. I'm entitled to my opinions. I was there. There were a lot of other people there. And one of the things I will say is this. I saw one of the most beautiful things. I'm so glad I went out there. I did see our process unfold. I saw people that did not agree with our election. And I do 100% think that the election was not... I'm not trying to be banned. So maybe someone could throw in the comment for me exactly what I feel about this election. And I'll let you know if I agree with you on whether or not we're on the same page. But I think we all on this live right now will all agree that this election was what? Go for it. Let's see. What does everybody think about this election? So I don't think it was the most secure. Yep, there we go. My man Chris Burrows. Stacey Sampson. Susan Kirkland, Linda, there we go. So this is how we're going to have to get around it. And I happen to have a 15-page document called Reclaiming a Superpower. This is going to be going on a website that you guys can all access. And just so you know, because I just had a little 1-week vacation, you got to think outside the box. So we are creating our own platform that no matter what, big tech can't take down. I will be able to come to you guys live on my own little cast, and I'll be able to invite all y'all because we're data scraping and we're going to have access to all you guys. And so then you'll be able to join me, and I can say exactly what all my supporters are saying right here and what everybody else agrees. 100%. It was the worst that's ever seen. And it is going to be proven to, I mean, the people that are screaming at y'all and making you feel crazy and calling you traitors, they're going to look so stupid. It is going to be so awesome. They're going to look so dumb. And for them to ignore this blatant F-R-A-U-D, and I'm talking pages and pages of it that you cannot argue against, it's all going to come out, and they're going to look very, very dumb. First of all, they're stupid anyway, because common sense alone would tell you that Sleepy Joe could have never gotten the amount of votes that they, I mean, come on. I wasn't even a Barack Obama guy, but I at least like Barack Obama a whole lot better than Sleepy Joe and the rest of these knuckleheads out there now that are about to create insanity for us. So again, I mean, people are asking me, what do I think? Give us some hope. Listen, man, if I've ever seen a more informed and up on it group of people, it's y'all. You all know, okay? So you're seeing the same videos. You're on Facebook, excuse me, not Facebook, which is, I mean, come on, guys. How about the craziness with shutting off the Parler app, deplatforming people on Twitter? They locked me out of Facebook for 8 days. The day that I announced that I was going to Washington, D.C. to be a part of the Medical Freedom Panel, they banned me for 8 days. Just for, I didn't say anything wrong. Then, on top of that, they went and found a post from 2017 about when, I'm not even going to mention the dispensary I used to be involved in because I don't want to get that, when a dispensary was opening up, and they called that not in line with community standards, and that was what added another 4 days to me. They went back to 2017. I'm not even kidding you. That's how crazy this has gotten. So, backing up, everyone, I spent some time. I got to go out there. I got to meet patriots from all over this country, all over the world, actually. We had people from foreign countries. We had them from France. We had them from the UK, Italy, Peru, Mexico. Oh, my God. Did I get to meet some amazing Mexican fans of our president and Hispanics and Latinos from across the, I've never seen such a diverse crowd of supporters of our president. So the other thing is, at first they said there were hundreds, then they said there were thousands, and they finally said tens of thousands, then they said hundreds of thousands. There had to be 1 million people there, guys. And I think that's what scared everybody. I mean, it was unreal. And I'll just say this, had people wanted to go in there and really do harm, oh my God, man, it would have been like a road bump. It would have been, it was insane. The amount of excitement and energy. Now, I didn't get to see, I wasn't over, like I said, I was in the front of the Capitol. I got to participate in singing the Star Spangled Banner, chant USA, you know, just seeing some incredible stuff. Like I said, I walked up and shook law enforcement's hand. I walked up and said, you know, you all know me, you know I'm a smart ass. So I walked up and said, hey, a little different than this summer, huh? And so they're trying to, you know, they're smiling behind their masks. A couple of them had their masks down, gave a couple guys some knuckles. You know, they know what was up. And that was that. It wasn't until my father, actually, the commander was there, Warren Gilbert, my father, the doctor was there. I was there with my brother, Boone Cutler. I was there with one of my guys, Wade. And so it was amazing. And so we went out there, and we're looking at our watch saying we got to go do our speech. I was speaking on everything you all hear me rallying about. I'm still trying to get these business restrictions tossed. I'm still trying to get this state open 100%. I'm still trying to get these ridiculous masks, right? Okay, these people with this mask that they're still touting. And so I'm out there to do my speech. I got to meet some amazing people. The guy who produced the Plandemic movie with Judy Miscavige, I'll probably say that wrong, but that Plandemic 2, I got to meet some amazing medical people, some of the nurses that have been on the front lines, the doctors that have been on the front lines. It was incredible, you know. And unfortunately, you know, we're heading back down. And yes, some people did go into the Capitol. I don't condone that. I don't think that was the wisest thing to do. I know some people were walking around in there, but I had nothing to do with that. So anybody that wants to try and slander my name and talk about me being part of that, I wasn't. I hope you can prove that, because that's going to cost you. But that's neither here nor there. I do not apologize in not even this much, okay? So not even this much. You got a problem with me? Come see me, right? You know, you guys are tough enough to say, you'll get on the comments, you'll jump on Yelp, but you won't say it to my face. You just won't. You know, you little wannabe TV producers in town, little short 5-foot guy, you know who you are. You wouldn't dare say it to my face. You just wouldn't. because you know what would happen. It'd be night time. So again, I'm not worried. I'm not going to take a backward step. I 100% believe in everything I stand up for. I believe in you. I believe in this state. I believe in the people of this state that have been upset about what's going on. And I will always back you. I will always support you. And you know what? Let's get one other thing straight for those people out there now trying to trash me. I have no desire or interest whatsoever to ever be involved in politics with the rest of those degenerate scumbag cowards. Okay? Because those people have no heart. They have no guts. Most of them ain't have any brains either. And they're afraid to do the right thing. All right? And I don't care if it costs me money. I don't care if it costs me my safety. I'm going to say what's right. I'm going to stand up for what's right. And what's right is fair elections. Everyone's vote should count. Only a valid vote should count. We definitely need to fix this in this state. Okay? We shouldn't be sending voter data to Pakistan. But we'll get to that. We got 2 years to fix it. And I know a group of guys are absolutely interested in doing that. I have no desire to take ranks with those poor and weak and timid souls that, that only know how to do one thing: capitulate and bow down and cave and give in. And so I'm going to make it my personal mission to crush those people and to expose those people. Every chance I get, every public meeting, every time they run, they're going to be running against me. Not for office, because I don't want their job. We're just going to make sure the most qualified people with the right skills to pay the bills are getting that job. Because there are so many unqualified, complete idiots in government that have no business being there. But you know what? They're addicted to the power. The first time in their life they got anybody looking at them. First time in their life they ain't got anybody paying attention to them. Because ain't no time before has anybody even given a damn. They walk in the room now, they think they think they're something special. They're not. They're a joke. And so we're going to expose them. But I had to come out and just tell everybody that I was banned for 8 days off Facebook. And why didn't you all hear from me when I was in DC? They shut down my Instagram account. They were throttling me on Twitter, so I'd send stuff. No one would see it. I'd never seen it before. I'm still getting 5 likes, 6 likes on a tweet. I got 15,000 followers. They took away another 2,000. Just so you guys know, I had 89,000 followers on Twitter when I started supporting President Trump. They took me down to 8,500, held me there. I worked my way back up to the 15,000 the other day. They purged almost 3,000 followers from me in a matter of hours. So y'all know what they're doing with the Parler app. I've never really been much into Parler, but they're deplatforming it. They're taking it out of the App Store. You guys already heard about we had to turn off our automatic, deals on iPhone because they're actually going to prevent, you guys put it in the comments. Why did we have to turn off the deal? And you guys know what happened. Apparently if you left that on, and come on guys, put in the comments why those of us that had iPhones had to go in and turn off certain things, because it's insanity. I mean, we've got big tech censoring everybody, and it never seen this kind of stuff before in our lives. I don't know if we'll ever see it again. Again, that's why I am putting together the equipment and the resources to be able to go live off my own website, do my own stuff, and be able to reach out to everybody and not be deplatformed, shut down. I won't have to watch what I say. I'll be able to post exactly what we need. I'll be able to get you guys these documents. And again, on whether it's on the joeygilbert.com page, that's my website I had as a fighter. So I've got my joeygilbert.com page. You guys are going to want to go out there. There you go. Stop us from getting something and stop the automatic updates. So some of you know about that, because if you didn't and you had Parler, you woke up this morning and you didn't have Parler anymore. There's going to be workarounds, guys. There's some very smart people working to fix all this, but let's just take it back a step and talk about this. Absolutely 100%. The most disgusting, fraudulent, corrupt stuff that's ever happened in this country's history happened in this election. They're going to try and tell you differently, and I'm going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you this. Our news stations are gone. They're done. News 2, News 4, News 8, 11, they're done. Put them with CNN. The same message. That's what I told you guys. Look up Operation Mockingbird. They're worthless. Don't even turn. You know what? If I could encourage you guys to do anything the next couple weeks, don't even put on the local news. Don't even waste your time. It's complete garbage. It's absolutely one-sided narrative, drivel. They're all fake. They're all bought and paid for, and it's disgusting. They don't want to hear the other side of the story. They're going to put out their narrative and their narrative only. And if you challenge it, they're going to just deplatform you. So we don't even live in America anymore. It's not even the United States of America. It is censorship, corruption, fraud, and them trying to make you bow down. And I ain't bowing down to nobody, right? You all know that. But I will say this. I'm going to have to change tactics a little bit. As always, like as a fighter, man, you go in there with a plan. You get your ass whooped for a round, and you gotta realize, man, I need to change direction here a little bit because this isn't working. So if they're gonna censor me and they're gonna sit me down for a week and I can't get you all, I gotta find a new way. So we're gonna put that together, and in the meantime, I'm not gonna be as detailed or as vocal. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna punch, I'm still gonna throw those ones and twos, and I'm still gonna work through y'all and make sure that if I need to get information out, you're gonna hear about it. But the bottom line is we have to stay together. It is now more important than ever to come together, to work together. There's going to be some insane stuff coming down the pipe, and we might not agree with it, but we've never been a group, a demographic of violence. That's the other side, all right? What happened in Washington, D.C. on a 1 to 10 scale compared to this summer with the nonsense throughout every major city, 2.2 billion. That's a B. That's a big B. $2.2 billion of damage was done this summer across the country. And predominantly, black-owned businesses were destroyed that never got a chance to come back. And you didn't hear a word. You couldn't even, Sleepy Joe didn't even come out and condemn it till they saw his poll numbers tanking. And that never mattered. We all know that never mattered. He never had to leave the basement, right? They already had all that worked out because they had the stuff, and you guys can put in there, they had the ballots and they had the vote manipulation and the machines, and they had some stuff, and we're not going to say it all because they'll just ban me. So I have to let you guys read in the comments. You guys all know what happened, and I'll just share some of this, guys, with you. You know what they did here in this state, and they did in all these states with these mail-in ballots. They went to the legislature in the dark of night, and now, believe it or not, they're actually trying to make the mail-in ballot thing that was a catastrophe here in Nevada. They're trying to make it permanent this next legislative session. And if you all don't get loud and get down there and get in these public hearings and make your voices heard, it's going to happen again. So you're going to have to start reaching out to all these people, all your legislatures on both sides of the aisle. And we're going to have to go down there and get in their faces for sure, And the crazy thing is I know a lot of these guys. I can't believe they're going along with it. I know that the Speaker of the House played football up here in Nevada, Jason Frerison, and I can't believe that this man is even playing the game with them. I can't believe it because as an athlete, you want to win fairly. You want to win fairly. You don't want to win through deceit and deception, and ain't nobody with a straight face can look at you and say that this was a fair process. He just can't. So I'm going to be reaching out to these guys. I hope to be sitting down with them, and I hope that y'all will join me, because the fight continues, man. And as a matter of fact, it's just the beginning. Like President Trump said, it might be a tough couple years. I don't know what's going to happen. I'd love, I read all this stuff too. Hail Mary, this isn't going to happen, that's not going to happen. I don't know. I'm preparing for the worst because as a fighter, that's what you do. All I can do is worry about myself, right? And all you can do is worry about yourself, right? So we got to come together, strengthen numbers, support each other, support this state. And let me tell you something real quick. This is the most important thing. People say Nevada was purple. Guys, Nevada went red. Nevada went red. Don't let them scare you. Don't let them scare you like we're not in the majority. We're not in the minority. We weren't. Not on November 3rd. They might have scared a lot of people. You saw senators and congressmen waffling like the weakest, most pathetic things, and you're going to see the same thing here in this state. Same thing here in this state. All our elected leaders waffled like cowards. And now, because they think, oh my God, the mandate, we're not going to do what's right. You know what? If fighting for what's right means you don't get reelected, that's your job. So, fortunately for me, I'm not running for anything. And until there's a Republican governor, I definitely ain't getting appointed to the athletic commission, which is the only thing I really want to do, to be completely honest with you. I'd love to do that. But if I ain't going to do that, I'm going to make some money, support my people, have some fun, be up in Tahoe, get some skiing in, and just make the lives of these public officials a living hell for the next couple of years. And you heard it. You're absolutely right. It is not going to be easy because I'll be calling you out every chance I get. You know, I don't know if California went red, but I'll tell you this right now. This state, and they know, I mean, the reason why they're doing what they're doing, guys, is because they were scared. They cannot believe the amount of people that voted for this president. And it scared the S-H-I-T out of them. And when they saw who showed up in D.C., it scared the S-H-I-T out of them. All right? And when they saw what happened to every state house and Capitol House since the election, when there was a 200-mile train of cars driving to D.C. from California, they got worried. And so they're wanting to put this movement down. Did you guys know that Nancy Pelosi was communicating with the president of China, and he offered to send hundreds of thousands of troops over here to assist with the inauguration and the peaceful process transfer of power? That should scare all you guys. You guys are all doing the reading about all the farmland that was bought up in Oklahoma and other places where our farmers were. What did they do? They tanked the economy with COVID, with the COVID hoax. And why is it a hoax, guys? Yes, it's a serious virus that can affect people, and it can definitely affect a certain age group within our population. We know who that age group is. We know how to protect them, but they hid the medicine. They hid the therapeutics because there was never a intent to protect, only an intent to infect. Okay, and that's something that was my speech. You know what? I wish I had my Dolly. I wish I had my speech for darn, it's on my phone. I wish I had my medical speech. It was a 10-minute speech. You know what? I'm going to give you all, when we do my next Facebook Live, just to show some of you suckers that I really did go to D.C. to do a big presentation on medical freedom. My speech was that they purposely hid the therapeutics that could have prevented the entire populace here in the United States from catching this infection. Definitely protected those that are the most vulnerable, and they didn't. They absolutely didn't. I mean, here in our own Northern Nevada, where they were given $86 million in CARES Act money. Did you guys know that we got $86 million in CARES Act money up here? No, you didn't know. You want to know why you didn't know? Because you didn't get any of it. You didn't get a dime of it, right? It went to salaries at the sheriff's department and to the county. I mean, like $4 or $5 million, because they had to hire people for contact tracing and a bunch of nonsense testing that's got a 90% false positivity rating, so they can scare you all into believing you need to wear the mask and stay home. It's bad stuff. It's bad stuff. But unfortunately for them, you got me, and they're going to try and hurt me. You know, they're going to try and shut me down. They're going to try and put bad reviews on my business. But I guess the best thing is that even the other side knows when they see nonsense and can call BS. And I got a lot of friends that are Democrats, and a lot of friends that are independents, and they've been thanking me. And they know who to call. They need a lawyer. They know who to call. They need someone in business. You know, they know who to call for anything. You know, man, everyone knows I'm the guy. You know, and so I'm here to help. And there ain't nothing we can't do. My network is large, and we got a lot of connections and resources. And so we're going to keep helping. So bottom line is, everybody, this election was a disgrace. And I 100% stand behind my journey to D.C. I went out there to support our president and to support a fair process, to make my voice be heard on a different stage, because I was speaking about the freedom in medicine. But the reason that's important is because had there been the ability for our doctors to prescribe the medications that they felt were best for their patients, we wouldn't have had the older generation that we lost, and the older, more vulnerable people that died. They wouldn't have died. And that's probably the saddest part to all this, is that people lied because people that lied and didn't stand up for doctors and for medicine and still aren't standing up. People died. People that shouldn't have died. And I think what's really disgusting, and you guys can all pull this stuff, it's public record, but less than about $10,000 was spent on our distance learning up here in Washoe County from the county side. Less than 10,000. But $1.3 million went to the jail. $1.3 million went to the jail and to the prisons up here. And in the county, there's only one, so that takes a lot of quick math. It went to one, and then almost $5 million in salaries to the county. Those people didn't miss a paycheck. How much money did you guys get? Let me ask you this other question. How many people died up at the jail? How many prisoners or people in custody, died at the jail that I've heard of? From COVID. Whoa. I thought COVID was killing everybody. So no people died at the jail from COVID? That's weird. God, there's some old people up there too. How did they die? Oh, well, maybe because they were using that one medication. They had that access to that medication. Do you know how much money the county spent on nursing homes? Anybody know? About $14,000 was used for the nursing homes. Something's wrong with that. About $1.3 million on testing. I don't even know. It was like $150,000 to small businesses. I think something's really wrong with how money was spent. So that makes you wonder why they were so worried about the money. Remember, the county commissioners and the city council, they can't do anything because they'll lose their CARES Act money. We'll lose our CARES Act money. Because the CARES Act money is going to them, not us. CARES Act money didn't go to the schools. CARES Act money didn't go to the homeless. CARES Act money didn't go to feed the seniors. CARES Act money didn't go to the nursing homes. CARES Act money didn't go to the small businesses. And a very small, I won't say none did, that would be lying, but probably 2 or 3% out of all of it actually went to help the community. So you guys, take what you want from this, but I think it's disgusting. I think it's wrong. We're going to call it out. And now that we know what we know, and now that I'm going to spend some time exposing this stuff and make this document right here, Reclaiming a Superpower. You will find this document. I will make sure it gets shared. You can't find this anywhere. It doesn't exist until I just showed it to you. It was put together by some pretty amazing people. And I will make sure you get it. And after you're done reading this, you're going to be shocked. Actually, you're going to be shocked at what comes out these next couple weeks. And again, I don't make any predictions. I'm not saying anything. I don't want to give anybody false hope. There is a congressman, Dan Crenshaw. I love Dan Crenshaw from Texas. And I saw people calling him a traitor and saying that, because I do think people were misled. I didn't think that going out to D.C. we were going to be able to change the process. And, the process had to play out. Well, this is the United States of America. We have a process. Okay? And it has to go the way it went. And while I do agree that, there should have been more senators and congressmen, especially our people that did nothing, standing up, at least Republicans that did nothing, to stand up and say, hey, something wasn't done here right. They should have put that on the record. I think people were given false hope on what could have been done in D.C. And so I do agree that certain things might have been misconceived or construed a different way. And so that got tensions flaring. But again, like I said that earlier in this Facebook Live, I didn't see any of this violence. I didn't see any of the stuff that started happening. I got to watch it in the news afterwards. I got to see it. But from my point of view, I didn't see anything going on. I still don't agree that people should have been up in the Capitol and going, into certain people's offices when they were in session actually working. But again, hey, what happened, and you'll have to deal with that accordingly. I don't condone any violence. I think all protests, should be done peacefully. But again, everyone does their own thing, So if you went in there, you went in there. That's how it is. I don't think, again, that any of these people that are now, the stuff I'm seeing on the news, calling this insurrection, calling people traitors, calling me a traitor for being in D.C. to partake in a historic event. What was the historic event? An insanely fraudulent and corrupt election that got pushed through, and some of the most insane closures and coronavirus nonsense that's been happening for 10 months, that's still happening. It's insane. Okay, and guys, I was there with 1 million people. I didn't wear a mask the entire time. I rarely do wear a mask. I actually have a medical exemption from masks due to my traumatic brain injuries from boxing. Won't get into all that if anybody really needs to know, but it's against HIPAA to even ask me that, and I don't have to tell you per the ADA. Again, we'll get into all that. But I'm going to say it because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of any of the garbage, any of the nonsense you bring me, and I'm healthy. So most importantly, asymptomatic people, from what the science says, and there's a Danish study out there, can't get you sick. So again, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. I don't think you should have to have a diaper on your face for any reason. And isn't it kind of funny that all the people calling me out about wearing a mask actually caught the coronavirus? So you were either not wearing your mask or the mask don't work. Can't be both, right? You know who you are. You know who you are, you little advertising people, right? You're complete losers. That's the problem. You're losers. And so you want to try and pick on people. Only problem is, I'm really not the guy to pick on because I don't care. And I'm not afraid of you, and you can't hurt me, and there's nothing you can do to me. And so I'm going to keep punching, and I will clip you, and then you will lose. I won't. So back to the garbage real quick, guys. We're going to stay in the trenches, and we're going to keep punching, right? And we're going to fight on. That's all we can do. And so what I'm going to say to everybody is the fight continues, the battle continues. Remain hopeful. Remain hopeful that we have a strong community. You know, one thing I got to say about Reno is that you didn't see any of this stuff here. We had a mild dust up in May when the police weren't allowed to do their job because the mayor told them not to. And, you know, so property got, destroyed and burned. And then citizens like me and plenty of Democrats, independents, other Republicans came together and said, we're going to make sure businesses don't get destroyed again. And anybody that wants to rehash this, that was the vigil. Yes, I was down there. No, I was not armed. I did not have a weapon on me. People saying that really need to get their facts straight. I was down there with other people from the community to keep an eye on things, to make sure our businesses didn't get smashed because our elected officials were incompetent and they weren't projecting enough of an image of strength to ensure that. And so I had tons of businesses, black-owned businesses, thanking me for bringing a group of everyday Nevadans down there to keep an eye on things. And I have no regrets whatsoever. Go ahead and do whatever nonsense you want to do. I'm the least, people are calling me a racist. That's funny when I have the most diverse group of friends, business partners, staff, clients. It doesn't make an ounce of sense. And you guys are just fear-mongering and you're trying to incite violence and create a narrative that's just simply not true. All right. So again, my people that know me will get my back, and the people that love me and care about me will always back me, and they know I'm not like that at all. There's not an ounce of that in my body, an ounce of hate. I love everyone. I support everyone. Even if I don't agree with what you do, I support your ability to be able to do it, and I hope you'll do the same. And I hope Reno continues to be a diverse community. I hope that we can share opinions that are different and not have people try and shut them down or destroy their business or label them a racist or try and hurt them or condone physical violence against them. That's crazy. That's crazy. That should never happen. This is Nevada. We are one big community, and that's evident, man. I mean, look, that stuff's never happened here. I'm proud to call Reno my home, and I'm also, just proud of the involvement of this community. How everyone has gotten my back, how you see these comments here in this Facebook Live, how many views this will get, you watch. And this was before they started censoring me. I have Facebook Lives that went up over 100,000 views. And now they're censoring me because they don't want different opinion. They just want one side. That's fine. That's fine. But remember this. I will always support everybody's ability to do what they want, think how they want, and I hope you guys will do the same. I hope Republicans and Democrats, independents will all challenge social media censorship, because guys, let me tell you something, it'll boomerang back, and you don't want that happening to you, right? I mean, everybody thinks it's cool right now. Screw those guys, shut them down, deplatform them. Be careful, guys. That's a slippery slope. We don't want to see that, right? We don't want to see that. This is America, and we need to stand together for what this country was founded on, all right? Our Bill of Rights, our First Amendment, freedom to speak as we choose, our ability to assemble, all right? None of that should be shut down. And they're going to do some scary stuff, guys. This COVID stuff's not over. Again, guys, if this was a super spreader event, I was just in D.C. with 1 million people. They all flew home. Right? I'm here. No one got sick. The hospitals aren't at capacity. And if that was true, how come in all these other states that are open and have been open, how come they're allowed to carry on normally? But we have to stay locked down here. Does that make any sense? Is it a different virus? Is there a different virus in Florida or Texas? Or Oklahoma, or Georgia? And I'm not saying there's not infections. People are going to get this just like the flu. But it reaches a point now, guys, 10 months later. Stop buying into the narrative. Get your businesses open. And to my rural communities, real quick here, White Pine County, Ely, I got to hand it to you guys. You guys have provided the leadership for this state, and there's many counties that are actually following you. And shout out to the DA up there, Mike, to your county commissioners that had the strength to push this through. You guys are an example. And now there's a bunch of counties following you. And so I hope we can do this, and I encourage all rural counties to get open now, because it's not the same thing. It's not the same as Clark County. It's not the same as, well, actually, even anywhere outside of Las Vegas should be open 100%. And Las Vegas should be open 100%, because what they're doing is just sad. So again, rural counties, get open now. Don't wait till after this inauguration. No one knows what's going to happen, but do it now. Get open. And again, guys, I was gone for 8 days. I'm back. You will hear from me again this week. We'll keep these Facebook Lives consistent. I'll be sharing information. Make sure you find how you get this document. It'll either be on my joeygilbert.com page, or it'll be shared in the comments, and you guys will just have to find it. I need you all to share this document. I'll get it. I'll get it out to some of these people. It'll be shared, and then you need to share it with everyone. And again, you're all doing your own due diligence. I'm so proud of this group. I'm so proud of y'all that support me. You're all smart, very smart. And again, so to my Democrat friends out there, and to those of you that you hated President Trump so much, you wanted to sacrifice our freedoms and our way of life and our ability to watch what we want to watch and post what we want to post. Like, come on, guys. Like, this isn't funny anymore, all right? The boogeyman's gone, all right? Everything you thought, Orange Man, bad, like, we need your voices now. We need your voices of reason. There's a lot of you that have a lot of power. Probably shouldn't have the power you do, but you do. And now it's time to step up. And to the sheriffs out there, don't enforce these unconstitutional laws. It's time to open up. You're not the social distancing police. You're not the mask police. You're not the social gathering police. You're not the business capacity police. Like, just go solve crimes. Go stop the bad people. Let Americans get back to work. And again, guys, this is Joey Gilbert, unapologetic, proud of what we've accomplished these past 4 years, proud of what we've been able to do together, but it's going to take us working together. And again, man, elections, okay, like they say, elections have consequences. They cheated, but you know what? Now we got to stand shoulder to shoulder and fight back. There ain't no time to cower. It's no time to walk away with our head down. We have got to fight, we've got to represent, and we got to stay strong. So I wanted to keep this under 45 minutes. And again, I love y'all. My friends in California, I was running into people in the Denver airport that said, "You're that attorney. You're that Nevada attorney, man." And they were from Orange County. They were from across. I ran into people from Florida that recognized me. I ran into people from Tennessee that recognized me. Alabama, all from this. So, they might try and hide us, and they might try and shun us. But let me tell you something. We are the majority right now. They hate it. They're scared. We are the majority. Listen to me. Fear not. We are the majority. They cheated. Okay? They used corruption and they cheated. But we're the winners. We are the winners. And we got to stay fighting. And we got to get rid of some people. We're going to have to fight like hell this next election. But we're going to bring voter integrity. We're going to fight for it. We're going to go head to head with them. We're going to toss some of these guys. You know what? And if that means we got to get an extra 100,000 people out, we're going to get everybody out. And that's going to be my job. I'm going to take that job on because I've had it. You know what? I know I can do more here than I ever could in one of those little corrupt power positions where they think they're important. I know I matter, and I know I can make a difference. I don't need some title to do that. I got my title of Batman. My daughter said, "You know what, Dad? You're like Nevada's Batman." And I thought, you know what? I might have to get a license plate to that. That'll make some people mad. So hey, listen, everybody. We need to get rid of some folks. I'm going to lead the charge. Get behind me. Just keep supporting me. I love you all. And I even love the haters out there. All right? Those of you that know what happened. And you're going to hate. It's okay. I'll give you a hug when I see you. I'll give you knuckles just like I did before I went out there and mopped them, right? Touch gloves, and then it's on. However you want to do it. We could do it however you want to do it. But I'm just going to let you know this. The fight continues, right? It ain't over. And we're going to stay positive. We're going to work together. We're going to get our kids back in school. Here's where the fight is now. The fight is local. Get our kids back in school. get these sports open up right now, get our businesses back rocking. And if anybody in this community, city council, county commission isn't behind that, oh, let me tell you something, we're coming. Because I've seen the numbers. I know the real numbers of who voted. I know this state went red. And you know this state went red. And you know Washoe County went red. So Washoe County, stand up. The rurals already know this is complete nonsense. They're mad, right? And we're going to take a huge bite out of Clark County, right? So we'll find the right people to get behind, and we'll be doing some stuff. But again, guys, that's like that. Nevada Batman. That's right. NV Batman. I'm coming, and you need it, throw up the sign. I'll be there. And you all know, if there's anybody that could jump in here in these comments, you know that if you've called me and you've needed access to medication, access to help, legal advice, you know who jumped in, who drove across town and got to you, who walked in your house, COVID positive or not, no mask, no nothing, and walked in and helped, right? So make sure people know that, because I ain't afraid of nothing. And I'm definitely not afraid of COVID-19. And the majority of you shouldn't be either. But let me sign off with this, guys. This is the last thing I need to say. Protect your immune systems. You know, one thing that makes me sick is, when have you heard anybody from this county commission or anybody from the city council or a mayor come out and say anything useful? They all have their toolbox. You know what's in their toolbox? Masks. Wear your mask. Masks. Masks. Put your mask on. That's all they say. Masks. And then these same idiots catch COVID wearing their masks. But they don't, but they're going to come out and shame you. The masks don't work. But what does work, and these are the studies across all the Norwegian countries, even in the UK now. Vitamin D3, 5,000 and 10,000 IU, that's international units a day, okay? Zinc sulfate, zinc gluconate, but I want you to be up in the 150, 200 milligrams a day, but broken up, because your body can only produce so much zinc at once. So, okay, metabolize it. So you're going to break it up, no more than 50 milligrams at a time. Take that a few times, about 4 times a day. Right? Err on the safer side, go a little high. Vitamin C, right? Get that liposomal vitamin C that's absorbed better, right? So vitamin D3, zinc, vitamin C, right? And then there's stuff that's like the quinine that's in or quercetin. There's stuff that you can take that's natural. And if you get COVID-19, you need to reach out to me in Messenger. And don't think I won't answer you, because you'll get an answer so fast your head will spin. You'll be connected to doctors. And again, if I get someone to put in the comments for me, americasfrontlinedoctors.com. Guys, it's called telepharmacy. It's called telemedicine. You can jump on, pay $70, see a doctor, and get this medicine like this. All right? And our corrupt governor, he banned these therapeutics from March till July. He did that so people got infected and then got the flu shot, which actually made your chances of catching COVID-19 about 36% more likely. He did that. I don't know why he did that. You figure it out. But the bottom line is, you want to get on this stuff early. So if you need it, you go into a telepharmacy. You get telemedicine, americasfrontlinedoctors.com. Go on them. You can see a doctor. They'll call you in the meds 2 days. And in that time, if you need it, reach out to me. I got local doctors that will call it in. We got you all day. Don't be afraid of this stuff. But most importantly, guys, you have to act quickly. I'm actually going to take an extra second here, because this is so important. You have to start taking this now. I want everybody on the vitamin D3, the zinc, and the vitamin C now. Okay? Now. Start taking it now. You older folks, my older generation that I love so much, that I've been fighting for more than other, you guys are crazy if you don't think I'm fighting for the older people. Did any of your county commissioners come tour your nursing homes and make sure you're on your vitamins? No. Did any of your city council members come out and push that the nursing homes? Did Tony Slonim from Renown, that scumbag, did he make sure that the seniors had vitamins? No, man, they pushed the meds that were most expensive, because they're complete cowards, right? They wanted to make the money. I'm here to tell you that for less than $30 at your local vitamin store or drugstore, you can get the things you need to keep yourself safe, and almost 80%, 86% of the time, not even get bad, not even let the symptoms get progressed. Now, there's a few y'all, I don't know, everyone's going to say, Joey, there's people dying. There's people dying from the vaccine. There's people dying from cancer. There's people dying from heart disease. People are going to die. I know that's bad. I feel bad. But, and again, for the year-end numbers, no more deaths this year than there were last year, but there was a pandemic. So explain that to me, right, geniuses? Right, you guys want to get out there and say, oh, dude, people, tell that to the 300,000 people that died. Well, you know what? Now that the CDC is adjusting those numbers, it's not 300,000 because those people died with heart disease and cancer and stroke and respiratory illness and everything else that people die from. Okay? So, again, one last time, everybody, build up your immune systems. We're in the dead of winter. Vitamin D3, zinc, vitamin C, drink lots of water, stay away from the alcohol, eat healthy, and you know what? When in doubt, reach out to your boy. Nevada's Batman, according to my daughter. She sees me drive out in the middle of the night. I'll get a call. I'm shooting to Carson City. Thank you to the Nevada Highway Patrol for letting me off a bunch of times because I appreciate you guys. You law enforcement knows I got them, and I always will get you guys, no matter if the sheriff is going to play the game or not, or if the chief of police is going to play the game or not. I know where law enforcement's at. And they got better things to do than play games with COVID enforcement, right? And same thing goes for code enforcement. Even OSHA, even those guys hate what they're doing. They hate having to do this stuff. So we're going to support them. But again, do what you got to do to protect you and yours. Keep your immune systems in check. Call me if you need me. And again, keep the faith, guys. We're always going to be punching. There's always a puncher's chance. Don't forget that. It doesn't matter. You could be losing on all the scorecards. It could be the 12th round with 10 seconds left. Boom! Hook. Down. Out. Fight's over. You could have had your ass whooped for the last 11 and a half rounds or 12 and a half rounds. And that last 10 seconds, you get the KO. Don't ever stop punching. Don't ever stop believing. We got this. I love you. I can't wait to get down to SoCal and see all my new people that I met. And we're going to be putting on an experts forum so I can deliver all this information to y'all that our county commission doesn't want you to hear, that our county health board doesn't want you to hear, that our board of supervisors doesn't want you to hear. Okay? They don't want you to hear this stuff because then the jig is up. Because if you really heard it, you'd be freaking out. But we're going to bring it to you. Okay? So I love you guys. You know I got your back. And again, man, like I said, it's been a hard fight these last 8 months. So please, man, just understand I'm supporting you all. I need your support in return. I need your love. And when you see people out there trashing me and calling me a racist and calling me a traitor, that's the furthest thing I am. Get on that. Shut them down. Tell them to find something to do with their time. You know I love everybody, and I'm here for everybody. I don't see colors. I don't see genders. I see Nevadans, Californians, Americans that I love, that I can help, and I jump in the game. So I got you all always. Love you all, and I will check in soon again. Have a great night. And let's take 2021 by storm. Okay, let's make the best of it, and let's keep fighting.